We want to get more now on how the White House and world financial markets are responding to this devastating earthquake in Japan. 20 countries now under a tsunami warning. Jake Tapper is joining us from the White House. Bianca Golodryga here in New York. And Jake, let me begin with you. As we've reported, the president was woken up by his chief of staff, Bill Daley, at 4 a.m. He's already issued condolences to the people of Japan and put the Federal Emergency Management Agency on alert for those potential tsunamis that could hit our Pacific coast.
That's right, George. There is a twofold reaction to this. One is offering to help the Japanese government and the Japanese people, whatever assistance they may need. And two is, of course, bracing for whatever the effects of the tsunami will be here in the United States and the West Coast, of course, and then, of course, the Northern Marianas Islands, Guam, Alaska, and Hawaii. A Pentagon official says that U.S. Pacific Command is sending some maritime surveillance aircraft to support the Japanese government to let them know what they see in the wreckage. And then, of course, the U.S. State Department has alerted reporters that the embassy in Japan has moved its command center from its headquarters, from its embassy in Tokyo to another location because of the aftershocks, George.
They've also issued a travel alert. Of course, you can't really get into Japan right now anyway because the airports are closed. But the military so far believes that all U.S. facilities and personnel are accounted for and safe?
That's right. As of now, they have no reports of any facilities, any ships, or any personnel adversely affected in any serious way because of the earthquake or the tsunami. In Hawaii, the Pacific Fleet announced that as a precaution, Fort Island Bridge at Joint Base Pearl Harbor-Hickam will be closed. And then, of course, in Pearl Harbor itself, the decision has been made for the fleet to remain there. They are anticipating waves of about 3.5 feet. They're going to try to ride this out, George.
And in the meantime, as we wait for that tsunami, if it in fact does hit Hawaii and the west coast of the United States, the effects of that, the markets are already reacting, Bianca. We've got futures way down in Asia and down in Europe as well.
That's right, Elizabeth. The rule of thumb is that the markets hate uncertainty. And right now we're seeing that the market is selling off because traders tend to react first and they digest later. Of course, this is coming on the heels of that massive sell-off we saw the Dow yesterday. Its worst one-day sell-off since last summer. This is in response to the crisis in the Middle East. Now you have two potential roadblocks in the wake of a slow and fragile economic recovery.
And how soon might it take for the markets to regain their footing confidence-wise?
Well, you have to realize that the markets are already looking to open lower this morning following events unfolding in the Middle East, this potential day of rage, of protests in Saudi Arabia. Oil markets are a big concern right now. And then, of course, what's going on in Japan, the world's third largest economy, keep in mind, following the U.S. and China.
All right, Bianca Golodryga.
And Jake Tapper, thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.